Hey there, Sagittarius. What's going on? How are you guys? Thank you so much for your time, your love, your support, your positivity, the good vibes. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to go and talk about the uh, first 10 days of October and how that will look for you guys as it relates to love, romance, and relationships. Okay? So, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, maybe even a cross watcher, someone who's dealing with an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, this information could be for you. If the message does not fit, then please do not force it, okay? What are the messages for Sagittarius as we move through the first 10 days of October in love? Messages for Sagittarius in love for the first 10 days of October. All right, let's get one more Sagittarius. Okay. Okay. Okay, Sagittarius. Listen. Ooh, this is heavy. This is heavy energy, okay? Let me go ahead and just say right now that there's definitely a big ending, okay? Um, there's definitely a huge ending here, okay? But I do feel that I feel that the love is great. Like it's a great love, but I don't necessarily get the feeling that it's healthy, okay? It under the deck here I have love story, all right? So this could be your story. You know what I mean? I'm gonna kind of put this over here out of the way, so that I can use the rest of my board. But yeah, this goodness. All right, Sagittarius. During this time, y'all are definitely gonna be choosing to back away. Okay, we have retreat. Okay, you're needing to back away from something. You're needing to step away, get out. Like pull out, okay? That's what I'm feeling here. It's like you're needing to just kind of maybe get some time to yourself, some alone time. We have conflict right after that, okay? So I feel like there's some fighting here. All right, there's a lot of fighting. Okay, we have divine timing and flighty. All right, I feel like things just kind of never seem like it's the right time. I feel like, it makes me feel like Sagittarius, for some reason, it makes me feel like you, excuse me, you may feel like you're like an inconvenience at times. You may feel like, I feel like you're in the way, It's like, well, at least I'm not saying I feel like you're in the way, but some of you may be dealing with situations where it's like you even kind of feel a little bit out of place. Like you're not supposed to be where you're at or when you're at, you know? We have heartbreak, fireworks, ending, forbidden fruit. You see what I'm talking about? You see why I couldn't? It was like, what I'm hearing Spirit tell me is that okay, for some of you, this is where Spirit is saying like there's so much conflict going on. There's like you feel so out of place where you're at. You feel so alone. You know that I think that some of you may have went ahead and gone and maybe done some things. Some of you, I'm just gonna say it. Some of you may have cheated. All right. And if that's not who you are, then that part just don't apply to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put nothing on y'all, but hey, we're human, you know? So some of you may have, went and did some things, okay? Outside of the situation. Why not? You felt like you were single. You felt like you were always in the way. You felt like you were fighting, okay? Your heart was actually already broken before you did this, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It's like you were already just feeling like you were just kind of holding a relationship up by yourself. Like you felt like you were just single. Like you could have just been, for some of you, it's like some of you could have just have had a glorified roommate, you know? Now, I have fireworks and then ending. So the way it's laid out on my table, fireworks actually comes before the ending. So what I'm saying here is I get the feeling here is this might not necessarily actually be cheating, okay? Because we got flighty, heartbreak, fireworks ending, then the forbidden fruit. The forbidden fruit actually comes last on my table. So this is interesting. This is where you actually do kind of maybe put something to an end because you know that it's over, because you've already identified maybe a certain attraction elsewhere. And it actually falls in line with the conflict card here. So it's kind of telling me like you may have actually, that one night that you got into a fight and, they said the things that they said, this actually could have happened while y'all broke up one night. And then you went and you know what I'm saying? You went and got you some from somewhere else. And why not? You were single, even if it was for the night. I mean, but I do also feel like you, with that ending card there, I definitely, again, it's like you felt as though your relationship was already ended. Even in that moment, it was just like you just knew that you weren't going to be dealing with that person no more because we got that retreat. It's like you've been thinking about probably breaking up with them for a minute. And then you just got lucky. And that forbidden fruit tells me? That forbidden fruit tells me that this was probably the one person that they would just kill over and die if they ever saw you with. The one person that they would feel insecure about if they ever saw you two together, this would be that person. The only person that they would ever feel some sort of way about. Ain't it funny how how the universe works that way? Right? Because we got divine timing thrown right up in there too, remember. So let's go ahead and pull some tarot. I mean, this is like a movie. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So in the tarot, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. We have the Moon card. And we have the Four of Swords. This, we are going to clarify this, but actually right now what I do feel is with this King of Swords in reverse, this is someone who doesn't have a plan, okay? Someone here doesn't have a plan, or they don't see a plan, or if they do have a plan, I feel like it may have ill intent, okay? And this could be talking about the person that you were dealing with in this relationship. It could be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Or it just could be someone who was in a lot of ways like kind of manipulative, like maybe they gaslit you. Okay, and that can kind of speak to some of the energies of why you were even heartbroken in the first place. You know what I mean? With the moon energy, it definitely with the moon energy with the King of Swords in reverse. Oh, this definitely tells me that this person was like hiding things, on purpose. Like they were like, they would omit certain things. Like they would tell you stuff, but then they would admit, stuff that they knew, of course, would trigger you. Okay, maybe even they tasted forbidden fruit and never said nothing about it, you know? And then this fourth source energy, to me, it really makes me feel like they kind of hoped that you would remain ignorant. Like they hoped that you would remain blind. Okay, like they kind of hoped that you would be in such a state of, you know, whatever, that you wouldn't see what was going on. But it's actually because you retreated and you got this, you know, because you retreated and you got this fourth source mentality, this is what actually kind of started, you know, awakening you and setting you up for the knowledge of knowing that this person was actually breaking your heart instead. Oh, let's clarify. Sagittarius. All right, Spirit, clarify, please, the King of Swords. Why is this King of Swords in reverse? Spirit, please tell us why this King of Swords is in the reverse. Okay, that's way too many cards, Spirit. I can't do that. We'll be here all night. Spirit, why is this King of Swords in reverse? Please tell us. Please give us a card. Okay, King of Swords is in the reverse with the World. Okay, I feel like they're trying to lead you somewhere. They're trying to lead you somewhere, and I feel like the only way that they can lead you there is to like manipulate you and trick you, or gaslight you, or do things like selfishly only towards their intention. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune here is telling me though that that things are going to actually come back around. Like the Wheel of Fortune is here, of course, two ways. I feel like, you know, there's a little bit of misfortune that may come along with this energy of what this person is bringing. And in many cases, like I said, this misfortune is going to be them actually seeing you hands in hand with the one person that would make them just feel like shit. What is this Moon card here? What's in the shadows? The Moon card is clarified by the Tower. So, listen, this, I feel like this is imminent. Okay, like divine timing. Yeah, Spirit is saying like this is a warning. You need to start going ahead and start like detaching yourself from this person now, because staying in situations with them while they're keeping you ignorant, while they're keeping the wool over your eyes, it's only going to be a disaster for you. Okay, and let's try to avoid that. Okay, so we got the Seven of Cups. Okay, so yeah, someone is keeping you in confusion. I just talked about the wool being pulled over your eyes. Okay, so you know, you kind of got a gang of choices, a gang of things that you can do, and maybe you don't want to feel flighty in this situation, but shoot, you know, self-preservation, because this person, this other person, all they're doing, all y'all do is fight. All they do is break your heart. It ends, it picks back up, you know. And plus, they may or may not even be doing something behind your back. But little do they know, you got some eyes on you too. You got some options too. But you may not have taken it there. And if you did, it was like after a fight. It was after, if you did take it there, it was during a space and time when, you know, you guys were, you know, in an off moment where y'all weren't together, is what I'm feeling. So let's clarify this Four of Swords. Why is this Four of Swords here, please, Spirit? I mean, okay. Okay, so the Four of Swords is clarified with the King of Wands. So you guys could be thinking of a strategy. To me, it feels, you know, the King of Wands, the King of Wands is someone who takes action. Okay, Someone who is very, very well at executing a plan and also delegating his minions, right, his people, to carry out his wishes, to move his plans forward for him, right? In this particular case, um, I feel as though with this Four of Swords energy matched with this King of Wands energy. See, you're meditating and you're receiving and you're listening to spirit. You're being guided here. You're not taking a lot of action, and it's because you're getting your mental health together. Is what I'm feeling. And then once that actually occurs, you're gonna know what it is that you need to do and how to get it done. Is what I'm feeling here, and you're gonna do that with the utmost confidence. And some of that, it just may be you having an escape plan or a plan of escape to exit yourself from this very, very conflicted situation that you're in. Okay? And for some of you guys, that may look like, bad things going on in your home between you and your person. And I mean on a physical level, like the physical type of bad things that I can't say on YouTube. And so, you're needing to get out of that situation before everything crumbles, because you're not headed into a good space here. That World card, that Wheel of Fortune, and then their King of Swords in reverse, they're not leading you anywhere that you really want to be. Not when their karma not when their karma is coming back around. So what is this King of Wands here? Let's clarify this further. Oh, okay. So this King of Wands here is clarified with the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. So that Four of Swords is the Four of Swords is further clarified with the King of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Sun. Yeah, you're waking up to it's almost like a very, very slow wake up to knowing your worth and knowing your value. Okay, like it took you a really, really, really long time for you to really see how good you shine. Okay, and the more you go into meditative states and the more that you retreat and get in touch with yourself, get in touch with spirit, get in touch with your intuition, the plan for escape, or the whatever it is, I don't want to necessarily say escape if that's not what you're dealing with exactly, but your plan of action to end this, it just becomes so much more clear. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get some advice. What else? Okay. Okay, so Spirit says flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. What I feel like this is, I feel like what Spirit is trying to say here is, don't allow yourself to, to get yourself like too down in the dumps over this situation. Continue to remain lighthearted. Don't let this taint. Don't let this taint you. Okay. I mean, and even still, like I said, like, there's probably someone who's probably better suited for you anyways, that's about to come through, and you're just making room for them. So let me know how this works out in the comment box below. This was definitely a long ass love story. And I'm sorry I kept y'all here so long, but you know what, I gotta say it. So this is gonna be a really, really interesting 10 days, Sagittarius. Let me know in the comment box, hit me up, talk to me. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in your next reading. Bye.